Remy Witt once said, "Your goal should be just out of reach, but not out of sight." Getting back in the swing of things with workouts and trying to get in shape can be tough, especially if you've not worked out for a while. It may be all you can do to make yourself go for a 10-minute walk. Trust me, I hear you. I've been there and been at a point where I was not motivated, felt lethargic, and like nothing would change. I changed my mindset over time, set new habits, and lost over 70 pounds over a year time period. I want you to know this because I understand the feeling of being out of shape and know how to become healthier can impact and help other parts of your life. But this is about you and making changes in your life. I just want to use some things that have helped me that can apply to your situation. I would like to share with you some tips that have helped me to lose weight and continue to maintain the weight loss, staying in shape for over 18 years. Further, I would like to share some things that will happen to you so that you know what to expect. If you think this could benefit you, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Leave comments below letting us know what you have experienced in your own health and weight loss journey. My first recommendation, as simple as it sounds, is to have a set time of day to work out. If you do this and build this in, it will make it so it will become a part of your routine, even setting 15 to 20 minutes aside. Knowing that this is your time to run, lift, or stretch, whatever, so it'll be easier for you to follow. Personally, I found that either working out in the morning or as a break between activities was helpful. This way, I could maintain energy and not wait until the end of the day when I was tired and worn out. I would definitely not recommend saving it for the end of the day. Leave comments below letting us know what time you have found is best for you to work out. I've also found there's the little things that you do daily that make a difference. I remember when I could barely walk a loop in my neighborhood, which was just a quarter of a mile in our subdivision. There were little areas where the walkway, the greenbelt, even went up a little bit, and I found myself with aching calves just going up at a slight incline. I live in Texas, so needless to say, there's not much elevation, but I can relate to having to start basically nowhere, yet having to start somewhere, no matter what level of fitness you're at, and being able to get in better shape. From there, I started by walking this loop once to twice a day, then gradually weeks later, running it once a day. I worked up to running 6 miles a day, every day within a year from when I started. I remember at the beginning of my fitness journey going to a local YMCA, being intimidated by everyone, literally everyone there. I felt that every single person there knew better than me what they were doing and were going to judge me and know that I didn't know what I was doing. I had to look at the machines and try to act like I knew what I was doing as I threw sideways glances at the instructions. I eventually got past this and started lifting, using some machines, going for 15 to 20 minutes every couple days. It was honestly just a hodgepodge of whatever was close together was not being used. I didn't even want to be in the vicinity, even near anyone who could watch me. So I would literally pick machines based on how far away I could be from people. Then I gradually branched out and started using machines more confidently, using free weights as well. It took time, but by sticking with it, I found something that was uncomfortable initially could become more comfortable with practice. Sticking with things and practicing sometimes is all it takes. Keep sticking with it. Next, I would recommend having a program that you adhere to. There are different ways to do this. You could have set days you run or bike, or if you're lifting weights, have an idea of the rep range you want to stick to or the body part you want to work that day. I found that personally, I would sometimes dread leg days. I know that my female audience may feel the opposite. Maybe you dread arm days. Leave comments below. Let us know what you do to motivate yourself when you're working out a least favorite part of your body. To combat this, I would start the week with legs because I didn't look forward to it. That way I made sure I got it over with, still got in the workout, and felt okay about things. I would recommend starting with your toughest body part and get it done so you feel accomplished and get what you enjoy for later in the week. Next, I would recommend giving yourself milestones and goals to stick to. I would recommend making sure these are SMART goals. This acronym for SMART is well known, but it stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, I will run 10 miles this week over 4 days of running, and then increase it by a mile every 2 weeks for the next 3 months. Or I will try to add 1 more repetition to my bench press, starting at 135 pounds every time I lift chest the next 3 weeks. Then, build up to a long-term goal, such as running a marathon in 6 months or setting a new personal record on your squat or bench press, or whatever it might be within a couple of months, so it's still obtainable. Make sure, put a timeline on it still, make sure it's realistic yet obtainable. You want them to motivate you yet not discourage you. They should be realistic yet not so far in the future that they don't push you. Remember, your goal should be just out of reach, but not out of sight. It can be so rewarding when you first start working out after a long pause. You may start to notice you're dropping some pounds, you see a little more definition in your arms. Every time you go to the gym, you run 5 miles longer, or 5 minutes longer, or increase the weight by 10 pounds, whatever it might be. It is fun and the progress is very noticeable. This beginning phase is fun and rewarding as you can see and feel everything. The changes you're wanting to see happen quickly at first. It's rewarding. Then it can hit like a brick wall and you feel like you're plateauing. You get stuck at a certain weight, you can't lift anymore, you don't lose the next 5 pounds quite as quickly. Maybe you, like me, eat an extra piece of pizza you wish you'd not. Trust me, I've been there. It's frustrating. Stick with it. Realize if you keep at it, you will get closer to your goals. Losing a single pound is 3,500 calories. That may seem like a lot. Take it in chunks. Try to eat a couple hundred less a day until you're at a good maintenance level. It just takes a lot of eating a little bit less, walking 1 more mile, making little changes that do not bring immediate gratification, but keep you on pace for your long-term goals. Work on eating a little less and moving a little more, and it will add up. It is doable, but just do so in a smart way. Plus, if it is done sustainable over a long period of time, you are showing yourself that you can maintain it. Stick with it. Keep going. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but you will get sore. Be aware and embrace it. It is your body telling you that it is being pushed and is forced to recover. Now, there's no need to dislocate things or throw out your back. Just know that some degree of soreness is needed and helpful. To know you are putting a healthy stress on your body to adapt and change. This can be especially tough the first couple of days after a good workout or after a long initial run. This soreness, the following 48 hours after a good workout, is called the dreaded DOMS, or delayed onset muscle soreness. Simply put, you could be very sore in the following couple of days after working out. It may prevent you from wanting to work out again. We don't know exactly what the physiological process is. It happens to relate to structural damage that occurs. Tissues are broken down because of the strenuous activity, this buildup. It is a breakdown in your muscle proteins that cause inflammation. When inflammation is generally not viewed favorably, some is needed for your body to change and become stronger. It is nothing to be afraid of. I would recommend starting slow and steady. If you start with too much or get super sore, get up and go for a quick walk. Move a little more to keep progressing. It's just your body telling you you're on the right track. A positive and fun thing is you may need to get new clothes. I mean, who doesn't like to shop for a new set of workout clothes, a couple new shirts, maybe new jeans? You've done it. You're making progress, you're feeling better, and more importantly, you're healthier. And you can now see and feel some of that hard-earned progress. In the process, there's bonus side effects. You're dropping weight, and you might need to get some new clothes. Congrats to you. You're doing it. Remember, anything worthwhile takes time. It is easier said than done to stay disciplined when you are not motivated. Expect to be discouraged and have hard times. The internal emotional battles will happen in your head before you get to the final goal. I can promise you, you will have hard days when you feel like giving up and quitting. Some days you won't want to get up and work out or even walk. It is on those days when you still work out that you will then feel more accomplished and have better workouts on the days that you do have energy and are motivated. Sometimes just getting there can be the change you need to get up and get moving. Motivation will cycle, but consistency does not have to. Quote the great Lou Holtz, and I quote, "Ability is what you're capable of. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it. Keep your attitude and mental focus on the long-term goal, being a healthier you, and make time to prioritize your health. You won't always feel like it, but your future self will thank you when you are older and still healthier." I would advise you be aware of what you focus on and how you measure your success. There's so many social media platforms, shows, videos, things which we see people who we think are more attractive than ourselves. We compare ourselves and wish for things we are not. It can become so easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others who live different lives, different circumstances than us. Remember, as cheesy as this sounds, the only one to compare yourself to is a better version of yourself. You can only compete against what your previous best was and improve in a tangible way. Keep pushing. You cannot be someone else no matter what you do. Remember, when you see someone else's photos and snapshots of their lives, they are just that, snapshots. They are the small, best version they are wanting you to see. It is not reality. It is not constant. It's not unfailing. The perfect family photo with everyone smiling and hair done perfectly probably took about 27 million times to get. The person with the perfect meal probably only made that once that week and had McDonald's the rest of the week between errands. When you see someone with what you see as a perfect body, remember, they probably have perfect lighting sucking in their stomach, flexing as hard as they can. Try not to breathe all at the same time. Keep these things in perspective and make incremental little changes that will lead to a better you. There is nothing that can help you feel more accomplished than setting habits in which you accomplish little goals and are able to maintain them daily. It gives you a feeling of accomplishment and power, knowing you can do what you set your mind to. It is about setting these habits and reminders that you will continue to maintain the rest of your life. If you will not run every day for the rest of your life, find something different. If you won't lift weights every day, then lift a couple times a week. If you prefer biking, yoga, swimming, hiking, whatever it is that you might do and maintain, make it a part of your life. Make it a habit. Charles Duhigg once said, and I quote, "Change might not be fast and isn't always easy, but with time and effort, almost any habit can be reshaped." Sean Covey adds, "Depending on what they are, our habits will either break us or make us. We become what we repeatedly do." Again, we become what we repeatedly do. End of quote. Some people like checklists, some to-do lists, others reminders on their phone. Once you set a habit or ritual and stick to it, you're setting yourself on a path to success. Your body will be an end product of how you sculpt it and how your habits are maintained and how you continue to feed it. To recap, be patient with yourself, yet still set goals and stay motivated. Please take the time to have a workout plan. Stick with things even on hard days. Expect soreness. Look forward to a new start. Realize your journey is unique and incomparable. Getting up and moving even when you don't feel like it will make a difference. I hope that this video will help in your journey to build and maintain a healthy life. I hope that you will be motivated to set goals and habits that will make you and help you feel better. Things will not always be easy. There will be long days that seem to last an eternity. My goal is that you can find one thing that motivates you to be consistent and make changes in your life. Don't get down after one bad day or one off week, but keep the long-term picture in view. Average Joe Fitness, always working to bring practical advice to everyday people looking to improve their lives.